What's up, you guys? Your girl G here. Welcome back to my channel. Now, look, something happened where I basically was recording Love and Marriage Huntsville and somehow deleted the whole review. So I'm just gonna come and talk to you guys, like this, and we just gonna get through the episode. There honestly wasn't too much, but there's enough to talk about, in which I'm really trying not to get in Destiny's real early, but I really might have to do it because Destiny, something is going on with you and it's making you project this just ugly ass energy. Just like, I get it, you going through some tough shit, but like, god dang, like, can you try to just act somewhat emotionally intelligent to try to get through some solutions? Like, I can't. It's too early in the morning for this, y'all. Like, literally the sun is just not coming up. Like, that's probably why it's a little dark in my room. Like, it's literally like still maybe 7 going on 8 o'clock. And y'all know we went back an hour, so yeah. So I apologize for having to record like this, but let's go ahead and get into the episode and knock this out, okay? Because I want to go ahead and get this uploaded so I can really get into Real Housewives of Potomac, because them hoes over there, oh yeah, it's going down in that review. I'm getting into every single one of their asses. From the light-skinned clique to the goddamn green-eyed bandits to Ashley and her bulbous head and the famous words of Candace. So let's go ahead and get to Love and Marriage Huntsville, like I said. So we open up the episode with the guys coming together. Courtney is pulling everybody together to do a middle-aged pickup basketball game. When they did this, I was hollering. I said, not middle-aged. This shit was hilarious. So they out there playing, and the background music was hilarious. All the niggas was missing except Courtney. Like, Courtney looks like the big, the gentle giant. He big, he chill, but don't get on his wrong side. It's men like him that you really gotta be careful of, because they real chill, relax, super quiet, don't really talk too much, but let them get pissed off. You see, we need Courtney because Courtney brings a different mindset. Courtney brings a different mentality. And we see that later on in the episode when he has his scene with Marceau. But they all get done playing. They just asking what's going on with everybody, catching up and stuff like that. Maurice, I didn't like how he tried to sit there and be like, oh, I'm going to be building the first black title company. Wait a minute. I thought this was Kimmy shit. Like, am I the only one who had that thought process of like, I thought this was Kimmy's idea to do the title company. Like, if I'm not mistaken, like, isn't that what Kimmy said? Like, she was waiting on Maurice since Maurice decided to go to school to be a lawyer, she decided to take over and make it a black title company. See, here we go with that shit again, Maurice. Like, you always wanting to, every time Kimmy's doing to accomplish something, you trying to put your little thumbprint on it and you trying to take some of the accolades. Like, I did not fuck with that at all. Because I know that's what Kimmy said. I know I ain't tripping. But nonetheless, he said that, of course, they got to get into, Martel. And he updates them on the fact that he's going to Destin with, Melody. He's like, me and Melody, we finally in a good place. And she's allowed me to go to Destin, a place that, me and the kids, we used to always go all the time. So here go the Scott brothers talking about, oh, don't you think that's gonna like confuse the kids? At the end of the day, like, that's gonna make them feel like, oh, maybe mommy and daddy can get back together. Possibly, yes, but at the end of the day, it don't matter. Like, of course, for them, it may be like, oh, mommy and daddy are here. Like, well, could they get back together? But as long as Martel knows that him and Melody ain't getting back together, it don't matter what the hell the kids think. Like, they'll just have to alleviate that pain. Melody has him in therapy, which is a good thing. I'm still not over the fact that Martel felt like he didn't want to put the kids in therapy. And you don't want to put them in therapy because that means you're going to have to address the trauma that you have put them through. Point blank, period. And speaking of therapy, Martel, when's the last time you seen Dr. Francis? Because you had court-appointed therapy and you still ain't went. Says a lot about you. But yeah, so nonetheless, also too, I'm getting a very, very, just pessimistic attitude when it comes to Maurice and Marceau. I don't think they like it when Martel and Melody are in a good space. Like, I think they have like a little resentment towards Melody for the fact that she left and she's become this strong woman that took her power back. And they don't like that because at the end of the day, she's motivating other women to do the same damn thing. Leave they niggas where they at because they not good for you. Tisha got inspiration from Melody. She don't want to admit it, But Tisha got inspiration and Melody to get her ass up out that house. From season 1, when Marceau had her stuck in the house and he thought her real estate license was a joke, she decided, I'm going to get out here and do the damn thing. Get up, get out, and get something. And I think Maurice and Marceau don't like Melody for that reason. Now, is there admiration, especially on Marceau's front? He has like a little admiration for Melody and her strength. But god dang it, he don't want Tisha to have it. And the way they were just like, almost making it seem negative that he was going on this trip. And I'm glad Lewis poked through. Was like, at the end of the day, kids seeing their parents together is good. As long as they're in a happy and healthy situation, like, that's going to be good for the kids. And so it's just like, I don't know, Maurice and Marceau, y'all, I don't think they like when Martel's on good terms with Melody, because then now they can't sit back and talk shit about a woman. They can't do it as long as he's on good graces, because when Martel's in good graces with Melody, you see, like, he didn't even feed into the bullshit when Destiny tried to pull him into it. A couple of episodes back. Like, I just think they have a resentment towards Melody for, like, oh man, look how you doing our boy. Like, look how you doing Martel. Like, look, he's struggling because of you. Well, no, he's struggling because of himself, and he couldn't keep his dick in his household. Like Melody said, you should have kept your penis in your household. But no, you want to go out there and stick the tip in some coleslaw, and now look at you. 5 kids, ain't got no money to support them. So Courtney, he says that he wants to get into the real estate game, and Marceau is like, hey, I can help you with that, like holes, I can fix that. And so Courtney's basically like, I don't want to do nothing but be the investment. And Marceau's like, look, come by, swing by, I can help you. He definitely was slinging some mud in his confessional, talking about, I offered the same deal to Martel. Now, good goddamn well, first of all, you trying to offer that deal to Martel? He ain't got the money for it, bruh. He barely got the money for his damn self to keep his house over his head. Don't forget, Melody had to help him with his electricity at one point, and the only reason she paid for it is because he had the kids that week. So, yeah, you tried to offer that deal to Martel to work with him, but he ain't got the money because homie is broke. Okay? He can't even figure out his shit with INS wine. People still waiting on their tracking numbers. Martel, you got that builder's license? I swear to God, if we don't get to his reunion and they ask him about that builder's license, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be hot, because at the end of the day, it shows his lack of push to become a better person. He wants a get rich quick scheme. He done turned from calendars to wine to cookbooks to naked, chefing and bullshit. Like pick one and actually stick through it and work at it. Like, Martel, seriously work at it. So moving on, we see Melody and Stormi. They get at a little spiritual store. Watching them two pull up in them G-Wagons, I said, yes, like, I want a G-Wagon. Like, it's always been like my goal. Just like when I make some money, like my first, like, I'm gonna get a G-Wagon. Like, it's just been my childhood dream to have like a G-Wagon. But nonetheless, they pull into the store and of course are talking, catching up, and Melody fills her in on, the comeback group getting together and basically discussing how, look, my crew, your crew, everybody's crew, make sure you check the corresponding people. Marceau and Maurice, check your ugly ass brother. Egghead, egg roll head looking ass nigga. Broke, can't even afford his child support. Miss Van is paying for it. Look, check your old skunk looking ass brother. Wanda, Tisha, check your mama. Quit trying to play oblivious. That's what, Melody said too. She's like, I don't know how we're going to stick to, because we know, like, Tisha loves to play oblivious when it comes to Marceau and Miss Wanda. And she do. And she does. Every time she's making an excuse for Wanda. And you know what your mama be doing, Tisha. That'd be the annoying part. It's like, you're too smart, not like, you can't play dumb in this situation, because everybody sees it. She was like, yeah, we're trying to stick to that. So Stormi's like, well, in that regards, like, are you and Tisha gonna be friends? And Millie said, no new friends, no new friends, no. She's like, now look, okay, I want to throw a peace party. Everybody get together and just try to work out our issues, because at the end of the day, like, we gonna be around each other. Like, let's just air out what our grievances are. Melody's looking at her like, right, I don't still fuck with that bitch, but I mean, I'll come to support you because you my friend. But other than that, like, Tisha's gonna be kept at a distance because I don't fuck with her. She don't fuck with me. It is what it is. So we see a scene, y'all. Damn it, Kimmy. God dang it, Kimmy. When I tell I was on the verge of tears, long story short, Kimmy found some lumps, which is why they tell women to self-exam. She found a lump not only in her breast but her lymph nodes, and everybody knows getting a tumor in your lymph nodes is one of the worst spots because it's like where all your, I think like where all your nervous system kind of like resides or something like that. So right now she's like trying not to freak out. Like, I'm hoping it's not a big deal. I'm hoping it's not going to be anything. We see Maurice comfort her and talk about how he's going to be there for her, and I hope he sticks to it. I really, really do. Now, my question came in. Now, did y'all go see Dr. Francis before or after this situation? Because if you saw Dr. Francis after this situation and you were complaining about sex, Maurice, you need your ass whooped. You need your motherfucking ass whooped. I want to know the timeline of that. Was this a conversation that was... Sorry, y'all, the phone fell out of my hand. But nonetheless, like I was saying, was this something that happened before or after you saw Dr. Francis? Because if you complain about sex in the midst of Kimmy having this hell scare, like, you need your motherfucking ass whooped, period. Long story short, you know, Kimmy's just like, if it's not a big deal, like, if I keep making it not a big deal, maybe it won't be a big deal. And, like, that's... I think, like, it's just a defense mechanism of, like, okay, it's not going to be bad. It's not going to be bad. It's not going to be bad. And she just broke down crying. You know, she's talking about having to decide a living will. Like, I work in the life insurance game. Like, a lot of people think like, oh, you know, I can wait on doing that. But in all honesty, like, no, you can't, because you get to see what your mortality is. Like, life throws that shit at you. Like, I know from personal experience, like, at 18 years old, like, I damn near lost my life in a car accident with my whole family. Like, I had to tell that story. It's kind of part of the reason why I started YouTube. You know, that car accident changed the rest of my life. Like, my mortality, like, I literally was a millimeter away from dying, you know? And so I was in ICU for a week and a half. Like, and so you think, like, life is fucking short, you know? And so it's just like having that moment. I'm glad Maurice was there to support her. I just hope he continues to do it. But yeah, so moving on. Courtney goes to stop by Marceau, and he, you know, like he said, he wants to get into the commercial real estate game. And Marceau says, gladly, I would take your money, okay? Gladly. But Courtney's like, you know, wanting to know the information, you know, inside out. But Marceau, he wants to bring up the question of, so will I just be working with you? Or you and Stormi? He's like, yeah, it's always gonna be me and Stormi. I said, there you go, nigga. I said, there you. Look at the man trying to say I'm gonna be a partner with my motherfucking wife. I said, there you go. We all root for you. Just, you know, that meme where like that black girl's just like yeah, like, there we go. Like, see, look at niggas. Look at this example right here. See, this is why we need Courtney more, because we need some balance, you know, between these patriarchal, misogynistic, chauvinistic ass niggas having a man as big as he is, because they certainly ain't really gonna try to challenge him like that. Okay, Courtney will whoop all them niggas asses, just like he did in basketball. But nonetheless, he was like, yes, I was gonna be me and Courtney. Marceau was like, really? Like, how do you do that? Like, you know, ain't no, you know, mixing, you know, business and home and all type of stuff like that. He's like, no. He was like, cause, you know, I do my thing, and when she need to take lead, you know, I fall the fuck back. You know, it is what it is. I see, that's the problem. Marceau, Maurice, Martel, a lot of men don't know when to fall the fuck back and let their women who have the strength in an actual, you know, category or be more versatile in something take charge. They would rather be uneducated in something and run the whole fucking ship into the ground than to just let the woman take charge of something. They let pride get in the way, their ego get in the way. They let society tell them that's them being supposed to be in charge of everything get in the way. Y'all inflate these niggas' heads to feel like they supposed to be the end all be all, and then when shit goes awry, now the wife is supposed to ride or die with you through it when she could have had the shit done right in the first fucking place. That bothers me. Y'all have no idea how much that bothers me. Where it's like the wife be right all along, but she gotta sit back and wait for this nigga to fuck it up and make it worse to come back to her and be like, you know what? Maybe you can help me with this. Oh, really? Not only am I supposed to ride with you through the mess you created, now you want me to fix the mess. Man, get the fuck out of here. But yeah, you know, he was like, I just couldn't, you know, me and Tisha, you know, we work differently. Like, you know, we work with like a creative and, you know, and the muscle or something like that. So, right. Tisha comes up with all the ideas. You do all the whatever work. But at the end of the day, you want to sit there and talk about you and Tisha can't work together, but aren't y'all working together? Because how are y'all not working together? And she's largest share owner of Sculpt. Make it make sense, Marceau? The math ain't mathing. She's the largest owner of Skolt, the largest shareholder of Skolt, which also means too, why couldn't you buy in on Skolt? What's going on with you, Marceau, that you can't buy in on Skolt as the largest shareholder? So you really need Tisha more than you want to admit. Right. That's what a lot of niggas' problems. You don't want to admit that you need your wife, a woman, more than you really want to admit. You need them a lot more than you want to admit. See, I always want women to admit that they need a man in their life, but y'all don't never want to admit how y'all need a woman. Because a woman came from man's rib. But guess what? If you were supposed to do it all on your own, God wouldn't have invented women. If we want to think, as y'all like to say, women wouldn't even been in the picture if you were supposed to do it all on your motherfucking own. Huh? But yeah, so, Marceau, Stormi was like, yeah, bro, we made $20 million together. And Marceau gonna tell a big ass lie talking about we made $17 million apart. No, you didn't. Uh-oh. Mommy's over there. Mommy's over there. Oh. Uh-oh. Guess y'all know my who bust in the room. Here she comes. Say hi. You want to say hi? Look. Say hi. That's my baby D right there, y'all. Alright, you gonna say bye-bye now? Okay, she wanna play in the morning. Here, I'll pause it. Say bye. Oh! Wow. Plop yourself there. So yeah, you guys, so basically Scott and Marceau and Courtney were talking about Marceau and Courtney were talking about, making money together or apart, but Marceau just doesn't know how to feel like I can actually do something more with my wife as a partnership. Like, he actually said, like, oh, if we wouldn't make no money together because at the end of the day, like, we'd be splitting everything. So why did it immediately go to we'd be splitting everything if we decided to work together? Like, he automatically feels like that would be just like damage to the relationship, but it's only going to be damage to your relationship if you cause it to be that. Like, you can't even fathom the idea of you and Tisha working together, Marceau. Like, that's a problem. Like, I think, like, Marceau just honestly feels like he said, like, well, because Courtney brought it up. He was like, well, Courtney was like, well, she in charge of stuff at home. Like, she do take charge. Like, we don't sit there and do roles. Like, oh, if you do roles, like, Tisha is in charge at home. And he's like, well, I'm in charge of everything outside the house. And it's like, but that'd be the problem. Like, Marceau, we still ain't forgot that you didn't know your son was allergic to peanut butter. You damn near killed your son off season 1. Like season 1, Marceau, you damn near killed your son off. So, right. Like, that's a problem. It's a problem, sir. So watching just Marceau, like, really just refuse to understand, like, oh, you and your wife actually could do some more, like, better together is, it's expected. It's expected from men like him. What else did Courtney say? Oh, he's like, I just think you got a problem working with women. I said, ding, 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 bingo, Yaxie, there it is. That's, yep, Courtney, such a smart man, Courtney. He said, I just think you got a problem working with women. And he do. Point blank, period. Marceau cannot fathom the idea of working with a woman, but too bad, so sad. You need your woman, Tisha, because allegedly, I cannot believe that, Marceau, everything in the business is in Tisha's name. From the businesses to the loans to the credits, everything is in Tisha's name. So when you gonna sit there and admit that you really a partner and really your wife is in charge of everything, Marceau? So moving on, last scene, we get to everybody getting to Stormi's house. Y'all know Stormi is trying to host this peace party for all of the ladies, and everybody shows up nice. Y'all, Stormi got a mean ass location. Like, we saw it when she was speaking with Tiffany. Was it last episode or episode before last? Like, Stormi got money because bitch got horses and stuff. When you got, it's different like when you got a house, but like when you got grazing land for horses and cows and shit to move on, like, best believe, yes, we know Stormi got money like that. So Marceau, you can miss me with that. You made $17 million apart. Cause you and Tisha ain't living real $17 million-ish. Like, why is your house not finished? If you really made I think you possibly made $17 million closing on the building. But what did you really bring home in your pocket, though, is what the question is. What you bring home after everybody was paid? We could tell after everybody was paid off with Stormi and Courtney that they walked away with some millions. Because that land, that estate, for sure at least wasn't less than 1 or 2, period. But nonetheless, you know, Stormi has everything done up, got a violinist and everything. She living large, y'all, but this is her home, her piece, and she's having the ladies come in. Melody, Tiffany, everybody shows up. Here come Tisha in goddamn short shirt and some sneakers. I was like, not Galentine's all over again. It kind of almost seems like Tisha be ready to come for a fight. Like she was like, oh, you said we were gonna be sitting outside. I was like, everybody's. I'm just lost, like, cause even if she's sending the message that everybody's gonna be sitting outside, everybody else got the memo to still dress up, but I'm confused. I'm lost, but I digress. So everybody's sitting down. And it's like, oh, where's Destiny? Here come Destiny pulling up with her cousin Demi. Why? Peace party, Destiny. How are you coming to a party to make peace, but bringing your cousin as backup? Like, that means you want an issue. Like, it's very obvious Destiny has decided she's not letting anything go. She really does not honestly want to move forward. She's going to carry this bone with Melody for the rest of this time. I think she just needs to admit that her feelings are hurt that Melody cut her off. Point blank, period. Like, just say that. But these two are having a very hard time just admitting that both of them really have a part to play in their relationship, you know, dwindling down to nothing. But she come, and Stormi had a look on her face like, hi, who are you? Yeah, I mean, I didn't know I was having any extra guests. You know, hi, you know, I'm sorry. Nobody told me you were coming, so I guess it's just a good thing we had an extra seat. You know, Destiny, you should have told me you were bringing somebody. And I'm like, is Destiny, like, I feel like everybody kind of is having the same consensus. Like, okay, so Destiny, were you trying to be petty in the fact that Stormi showed up to, as you're trying to say, showed up to your event uninvited? But the last time I checked, that was a public event. Like, that was something you posted for everybody to show up to. This is this woman's house, like private property. Like, I pay to live here. Like, it ain't the same. It ain't the same, Rick. It just ain't. So it's like, Destiny, if you're doing this shit to be immature, like, it just keeps showing like you're really not trying to move forward, because you and Destiny already, you and Stormi already had a talk that y'all was cool from here on out. And I feel like Destiny's one of those people where it's like, oh yeah, we cool, but then you walk away like, bitch, no, we not. And it's like Stormi actually, you could tell, is walking away from the situation like, I really want to move forward, and Destiny is really holding on to grudges. So nonetheless, they're all sitting down, and Stormi lets everybody know why they here, and you know, everybody's gonna do a mantra. You know, Melody wants love, peace, and light. Kimmy, she's no, who was it? Tisha, I think, was like, you know, basically Tisha had the mantra of like, fuck bitches, get money. Like, we're gonna make some money, paid, booked, and busy. I think that was Tisha. Tiffany, I can't remember what Tiffany was. Destiny, of course, she said something slick. And then we get to Kimmy, and she basically was like, I can overcome anything. And it's getting hella emotional. So everybody kind of was like, throw it off. You could tell was like, wait a minute, Kimmy. Like, Kimmy don't ever cry. So the fact that she was like tearing up, everybody's like, it must be something serious. You know, of course, Stormi asked, like, you know, are you ready to talk about it? She was like, no, because Kimmy has decided she's not going to, like, say anything to anybody until she gets the results. And I thought of Mia from Real Housewives of Potomac. Yeah, Mia, that old blockheaded ass bitch. Yeah, Mia, see, girl, your little confusion about your little cancer scare and all that type of stuff like that. See, we can trust Kimmy. We can believe Kimmy because her shit is adding up. Yours, on the other hand, it's not. The math ain't mathing. 2 + 2 is not equaling 4 in this situation. Right now, 2 + 2 is equaling 3x. And that is nowhere in the equation. Like, Mia, look, see, this is how it really is supposed to be. But, you know, some people do stuff for attention. And I feel like that's what Mia did. But Kimmy, she's doing the complete opposite. But, you know, everybody handles everything differently. But we still can't trust that bitch Mia, though. And we're going to talk about her in Real Housewives of Potomac after this. But, yeah, Kimmy doesn't want to let all the ladies know what's going on. But Stormi wants to play the game, you know, what I said, what I meant, what you heard. And, you know, she uses her and Destiny as an example of like, okay, I said what happened to you and Melly's friendship? Like, where did it go wrong? And so she's like, what did you hear? She's like, no, I heard you. It's just that, I was already, heightened. So basically you just kind of poured, gasoline on the fire. And that was what just kind of like made it pop off. So they move on to Tiffany. Here goes Tiffany, Destiny, and Tisha did the same shit that really bothers me. When I tell you that shit really bothers me, where it's just like, oh, ain't nothing wrong. It's just like, oh no, I'm cool. Oh, I can't think of nothing. I can't think of nothing. Really? You can't think of nothing? Everybody's like, you can think of something. So she's like, well, me and Destiny. Oh yeah, right. You got something you can think of. So her in that Destiny situation where they popped off, where it's like, oh, Oak Cliff, Detroit, whatever madness. And so she was like, yeah, and me and Destiny got into it. And, I'm not understanding with that whole situation when I came to the table. And I was like, oh, I thought it was you, but it really was another woman. She was like, we've talked about that previously. And this was new information to, I think, everybody, where it was like, oh, like, y'all have already discussed this. Like, where it's like, oh, I thought that was you at the event, but it really wasn't. It was your man with another woman. And so Destiny was like, yeah, we talked about it, but for you to bring it up at my birthday party is what I was pissed off about. She felt like Destiny had an exaggerated emotion because it's like, girl, you know this information already. So why are you having such a big response? But for Destiny, I guess to her, she felt like, well, I'm having this big ass response because like you're bringing it up like this at the table. And also Tiffany, that came right after I think it was that you did that monster shit. So it was like, it's coming off real messy because not only did you just bring up somebody's kid, now you bringing up possibly the fact that you saw my man with another bitch. Like, like, ma'am, yes, I'm checking out on you. And so Tiffany was like, oh, is this Detroit? She was like, so you might want to be careful. Like, Tiffany is one of those, like, passive-aggressive pokers. Like, just like, girl, Tiffany might have to go, y'all. They said there's a shakeup coming. I really feel like Tiffany and Lewis might be getting the boot. I really do. The way they're bringing Stormi and Courtney in more, I feel like Tiffany and Lewis about to get the boot. Destiny, they might keep her on as a small part because at the end of the day, they always need some type of villain for people to hate. So she might get a little, diluted part. But Tiffany and Big Lulu, I don't think they staying out here for too much longer. So we get to Destiny. Oh, I ain't got no problem. Of course, like, just immature. Like, I just don't like, I get it. It's like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't like you. But also, we're here. If we're really going to try to do this peace shit, then let's do it for real. Instead of trying to walk away and then start shit all over again. Then we get to Tisha. She's like, no, I'm good. Tisha feels like, me and Melody, we talk, but, it's not like she's going to admit her fault anyways. There's always some stuff that she doesn't want to admit to. Girl, you don't even want to admit to your shit either. You, like, if we really want to see who went wrong in this Melody and Tisha bullshit, like, Tisha, we all know, remember, oh, Martel got matching cards with his side chick, all the comments that you made, you want to sit there and act like you haven't talked shit about Melody when Kimmy admitted y'all did, and that's why you and Kimmy fell out for a little bit, because you mad that she blasted y'all, that she told the truth about the fact that y'all were talking about Melody. Like, Tisha ain't over that. That's why her and Kimmy fell out. You're supposed to be my friend. I am your friend, but I'm also not going to lie. I feel like Tisha just, once again, she resents Melody. She don't like Melody. Like, she's intimidated by her. And Melody's living this life that I think Tisha low-key understands, like, she's scared to take that jump and do it. Also, bitch, I can't sit there and get a divorce after I talk shit about you getting a divorce. Like, I can't be in the same situation as you. I did all this smack talking. No, I can't do that. That's another reason why Tisha, I feel like, won't leave Marceau. She can't deal with the optics of it all, because it's like, bitch, I literally was just talking shit about you. Now here I am in the same boat. She can't do it. Her heart won't do it. Her mom won't allow her to do it. So now she is still stuck, suffering in a relationship with Marceau's old big-headed ass, no teeth having ass. I need a razor for my big raisin back ass that got busted on the shade room. We know that's your fat back, Marceau. We know that was you with your old wrinkle neck, pointy elf-eared having ass. I can't with Marceau. I just want to punch him in the face. Y'all don't even understand. So yeah. So we get to Melody, and she was like, well, Destiny, you keep trying to say that I didn't speak to you, but I even said hi. Like, I said your name. I don't know what's going on, like, where you didn't hear me, but, I said hi. And so Stormi's like, well, Destiny, knowing this new information, does that change anything? She's like, no. It's like, oh, my God. Like, Destiny, Can we move an inch? Can we move an inch? But honestly, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what I think it is about Destiny. She's going through a lot, and I'm trying to give her grace for that matter of like, okay, you just got a divorce, you dealing with your baby daddy, ain't fucking helping with the son, you know, you just got with a nigga, he's asking you to cook on your vacation time to see him. Like, she's dealing with, I'm sure, a lot of things. But it's like, that still don't mean you get to do what you're doing to everybody else. Like, you're being very pessimistic. Like, the unnecessary attitude, the way you were acting at Madani for your grand reopening. You allowed these, you know, non-motherfucking factor, bitch. Like, affect how you controlled your business on the reopening. Like, girl, you were not supposed to allow them to have that much power over you where you couldn't even, like, function at your own event. Like, you gotta stand up, sis. Like, have more power than that. But Destiny, I think, like I said, she's determined to have this I hate male train. Her and Tisha have just banded together. They are deciding to, like I said, I hate male train. Everything's Mel's fault. This whole event is Mel's fault. It's fucked up. Why I'm not friends with Mel is her fault. Like, Tisha, I can't be with Mel because she's so sneaky, shady, and manipulative. And it's like, bitch, having pot calling the kettle black. Pot calling the kettle black, you know? But Destiny's attitude is just making me like give the like the stank face, just like like, girl, like, people of Destiny, people is looking at you like, put a head on the chopping block, like, chop chop, it ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. Snip snip ho, snip snip ho. Y'all know that's like one of my favorite memes. But that's where we end there. We see next week Destiny and Melody get together finally and talk. It obviously ain't gonna end in no solution. Because part of that solution is Destiny admitting her fault, and she just not ready to do it. Plus she also was not over the fact that Melody blasted her for saying, oh, you know, I sent you that money. You will talk about I'm a bad friend, but does a bad friend send you $5,000? Does a bad friend send you $5,000 to help you with your shit? No. I think Destiny's not over that, so she just can't allow herself to just move forward. But yeah, you guys, that's Love and Marriage Huntsville. Y'all tell me what you feel about the episode, what you feel about Courtney and Stormi being put, you know, more into the show. Who do you guys feel like need to be replaced? Who needs to be, you know, on the chopping block? Who needs to get sent that pink slip / on pause? And what do you guys feel about like Marceau and Maurice, like, kind of almost hinting that Martel maybe should go on the trip to Destin? Like, I don't know what's going on with them. But yeah, you guys, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all drop down in the comments. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.